What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show for games on December 3rd, starring Maxwell Smart. His card opens up with 3 p.m. Eastern action and closes at 10 p.m. Eastern. He has picked 10 games that he is attacking. If you want to check out the entire show, just hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Let's move on to Max's next spot. Big game, 6 p.m. Eastern, Pac-12 action. Washington Huskies, who started the year 0-2, have yet to play a Pac-12 opponent at the Utah Utes. 0-2. Utah also has yet to play a Pac-12 opponent. John M. Huntsman Center in Salt Lake City, Utah is where we are. Utah right now at 7.5-point favorites. That's just with minus 105 juice. If you want Washington plus 7.5, that's more juice to minus 115. This total sitting at 135.5. Washington opened up its season with 2 losses at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, where their shooting was abysmal. They returned just 35% of their scoring from last season, and it shows. They opened with an 86-52 loss to Baylor, where they shot 36.5% from the field, 20.8% from 3. They followed that up by shooting just 29.6% from the field and 15% from 3 in a loss to UC Riverside, while being out-rebounded 49-33. They only got 16 field goals against Riverside. Huskies are 8 for 44 from 3, just 18.2%. After tying for 8th place last year in the Pac-12 standings, Utah opens its season tonight with higher expectations. They went 7-11 in Pac-12 last year. They return a lot of last season's talent, including last year's leading scorer, Timmy Allen, who averaged 17.3 points, 7.3 boards. Following 9 positive COVID tests in the early stages of preseason workouts last month, the Utes had to cancel a scheduled non-conference opener against New Orleans. It was last week. They couldn't field a full team for practice until last Friday, and they are now at full strength. And I think so. This is Utah's season debut, I believe. Is that right, Max?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I gave I gave Washington Huskies record twice there when I said 0-2. They're not 0-2. This is the Utes home, or this is their season opening spot. Canceled last week against New Orleans. They're now at full strength after their COVID issues, and they're, rolling. As of Monday, they've been rolling. Even before Monday, but Monday all week they've been completely fine with practices. So my fault for saying that opening record. That was just Washington twice in a row. Okay, Max, Huskies, Utes, take it away.
All right. Well, Jim, I know that I hate the Pac-12, and you know that I know that you have a sort of love for Washington sports.
I do.
Not Washington D.C., Washington West Coast, okay? But the bottom line is there's no NASCAR for the Washington Huskies. There's no way I'm putting my money on them. I was on Riverside in the under in that throttling where they just freaking got offensive rebound after offensive rebound, broke down that zone in the middle, and literally made Washington look like some betas. I think that Hamir Wright, his 3-point shot is off, so stop taking it. I just don't know where they're going to get offense outside of Quad A Green. And eventually defenses are going to key in on that, and he's not going to be able to get a good shot off either. So it looks like dark times for this Washington team. I'm not sold on Eric Stevenson or Cole Badjamar, the Michigan transfer and the Wichita State transfer, respectively, being able to step up and in. Learn this defensive system and then be successful offensively. That is the benefit to getting the red shirt and not getting automatic eligibility. But on the Utah side, Jim, this is the spot where Timmy Allen's definitely has to refine his skill to get to the NBA draft. The guys told him what he needs to do, and now it's time for him to man up. He's got a good supporting cast. Obviously, both Gok leaving, going to Minnesota, hurt that. But I think that this is a guy that can be 20-10. And we don't have many of those in NCAA Division I basketball, especially in a Power 5 conference. I think that Brandon Carlson being able to stay on the floor and providing that 7-foot height, along with Riley Batten and Mikhail Jantwin. These are guys that can literally do the exact same thing that Riverside did. Establish position close to the net on the low block, break down the zone in the middle, and defend the rim when they're coming to drive, which we know that they're going to come to. So I think that with Utah, you can have faith in the abilities of Alfonso Plummer to come in and be that six-man or even that starting combo guard that gives you maybe 12 to 14 points per game. I look for a big impact from him. I think it starts with this Washington-Utah game, but I'm going to go with, as far as my bet for the show, a bet that we can't really make. I bet the under in this game, 136. I see it 135.5. I'm looking for something in the range of 64 to 67 on a first half under. I don't think I'll get it, but I may just jump on it regardless because I just don't believe that Washington's going to be able to score even on this Utah defense coming off the COVID.
So you're hoping to get a first half between 64 and 67.
Yes. On a side note, Jim, I would bet the 7.5 on Utah. By my number, which I don't really have that much data on the Pac-12, I would have had this close to 12.5. So,
but you are not making that an official play?
No, I can make it official for the show, but I haven't bet it yet. So
what's giving you trepidation on it?
Yeah.
But what's holding you back from betting it?
Because I don't want to get too involved in a Pac-12 game.
I understand. And yes, I do have an affinity for Huskies, and half of my favorite Husky backcourt got knocked out in the Tyson pre-card by a YouTuber. I was sad. Nate Robinson lying on the canvas like that. Nate Robinson, Derek Roy, I mean, that's my favorite college backcourt of all time. So, Max, you're looking for a first half under. You want up to 67.
Yeah.
All right. Maxwell Smart, Pac-12 action, looking for a first half under in Huskies Utes.